Hey there, welcome back everyone to another live stream. It's pretty cool now. I'm trying to do this once a week if possible. I really enjoy these live streams, and the more I can do, the better. I'm sure some of you caught up last week. We had that interview with Heel Phantom. Check that out. I've recorded it. Some really awesome content chatting all about home lab setups, doing NAS, doing all sorts of different home lab stuff. Check that out if you're interested. Now, today what we're going to be having a look at is obviously the beta release of 2025.11. So I'm not sure if you're currently doing beta releases. I download them and I take the risk of getting my system bombed out, but up to now I haven't had too many problems. Sometimes I get one or two issues with some of my Hex integrations not working for a while, but overall things seem to work okay. I'm running my Home Assistant at the moment on a NUC or a mini computer. It's been absolutely fantastic. The sort of level of stability I'm getting now is just amazing. My CPU is running literally between 1 and sort of 3% temperature, around 40 degrees Celsius, and it's just amazing. I have absolutely no downtime on Home Assistant since I've updated it. So please feel free, come in, make any comments. Let me know what you think about the latest releases. Tell me what's been your favorite release or favorite features of the releases that we've had in the last couple of months. It seems like the Home Assistant developers have been really busy looking at the automations interface. It looks to me as if there's a lot of work going on to make automation simpler, number one. Number two, it looks like they're putting in a lot of work around the dashboards. I think dashboards are a massive opportunity for Home Assistant to basically get back into the, or not back into, but to get into the sort of entry level guys who are not really that keen on doing their own dashboard creation, but using customized preset dashboards. So I'm really excited to see where they're going to go with that. And welcome, I see we've got Hacho Gonzalez. Welcome, Hacho. Great to have you with me on the live stream here again. Hacho's saying sections for sure. Yeah, sections are cool. It's just a way of basically getting simple dashboards going and getting you to easily get started with Home Assistant. So you can buy yourself a, Hacho says, make it wife friendly. Yes, mate, totally. That is what we need. We need all of our family to feel comfortable with using Home Assistant. We need them to be feeling excited about it so that we've basically got a system that is not falling over all the time and letting us down. It's got easy dashboards that we can control. We can either have dashboards within our home or we can have dashboards on mobile devices. Be great to know what you've got going, Hacho. How are you controlling your Home Assistant at the moment? Are you using your mobile device? Are you using a tablet dashboard, or is everything automated so that it all just happens without having to touch the screens? Yeah, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? Not to have to be accessing the content. I recently set up a dashboard for myself in the kitchen. I just took a normal computer monitor. I hooked it up to a Raspberry Pi. I've loaded the Raspberry Pi OS on a Raspberry Pi 4. And I've just got a little keyboard and a mouse next to it. And I use that because I really like having visualizations of my data. I just recently got a really cool little display for my my weather station. That is amazing, EcoWit weather station, and they sent me a little color display. So that's cool because weather is one of the things that I really like to be having displayed all the time. Hatcho, what are you saying there? I must be able to go away for the weekend and the wife not leave me because stuff doesn't work. Yep, there we go, Hacho. I think we all know what that is like. Is, you know, you don't want your home automation system to be absolutely dependent on you to keep it running, isn't it? You need it to basically be able to run in the background without causing any dramas. So yeah, no, fantastic to hear your feedback there, Hacho. And yeah, let's have a look at what we're going to get in 2025.11. So Hacho is saying you've got 190 automations. Oh my goodness. 130 Zigbee devices, 33 ESP devices. I'm totally insane taking this risk. Man, you're a brave man, Hacho. I would love to see what some of your dashboards and things are looking like with that number of Zigbee devices, ESP devices. Wow, that is just crazy. Very exciting to see people taking home automation to the next level, like Hacho has done over here. All right, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to bring up another screen. I'm going to add that screen. I'm going to try with this thing. I'm going to try and make myself, no, I want to share, what do I want to do? I want to share that screen, but I want that screen to be big. There we go. So I've now got myself as a tiny little one. We'll move me up. No, still learning this new one there. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to here. Let's have a look. There we go. Okay. So we've got the 2025.11 beta over here. This just came down about a day or two ago. I think it was maybe 24 or 48 hours ago. The guys have just released this. Big shout out to Frank and the team there for getting these releases out every month. It's absolutely fantastic to see the amount of change that is going on. Always worth catching up with these live stream parties that Frank and the team offer. Just amazing to see what the guys are doing. And Frank has said to me that he is going to come on the Home Assistant, Simon Says Home Assistant channel any day now, and we're going to have an interview with Frank. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay. All right. So let us have a look at what we've got here in the release. All right. So it looks as if there's been some work on the target picker and a brand new way to add triggers, conditions, and actions to your automations. Naming entities on the dashboard, some work around the Energy Pi, progress for Home Assistant Core and add-on updates, integrations, our normal new integrations, noteworthy improvements, and then other changes. All right, so let's jump on right into it. So first of all, we've got the new target picker and the brand new way of adding triggers and conditions to your automations. Now, what I'm going to do is fire up my Home Assistant. There you can see that's my dashboard that I've got at the moment. It is pretty basic. I've got a bit of weather information. One thing that I always love having on my Home Assistant is this. I like to know what my processor is doing, so I know if I'm putting it under strain. You can see there we're running at 2%, 40 degrees. This is really cool. I'm loving the lists. That's my shopping list. I go along with the Home Assistant voice and I add items whenever I'm in the kitchen and I need something new. Another thing that I love is having my power monitoring, just being able to see what I'm using in the way of power. Okay, so if we go along here and we go automations and scenes and we create a new automation, you'll see what they're talking about here. So this is not really adding functionality, it's just changing the way that we are using the existing functionality. So now when we go to add a trigger, the way that it's showing is slightly different. So now we can select from here, we can go devices, for example, entities, and you'll see when we press on it, it not only brings up, well, these were available before, but just the way that they're being shown is much better, isn't it? So if we say time and location, we've got calendar, sun, time patterns, zones, etc., geolocations, Home Assistant. So it's the way that they're showing it. So for example, if we went to a device now, we could go along and we could select one of our devices inside of here. Let's take, for example, the driveway camera, and then we've got controls over there. So it's more a look and feel of the way. If we add a condition, We go into conditions over here. We've got devices, entities, time and location. We've also got blocks. So these are our and, not, and or, our different conditions. So it's a much sort of cleaner feel. I quite like the way it's looking now. You can see just having a look at that and over there, I think that's something new as well. We can expand it out. You can move these around. So it's really a new look and feel. Once again, if we go here to actions, we've got AI task. So we can either have it listed as a sort of a list on the left-hand side with the options on the right, or we can list it as blocks like this, and then we can expand them out like that. So the whole automation way of doing automations is becoming easier to use. It's becoming more and more user friendly. So, moving away from the YAML that we all started with and moving into a much better sort of a graphical user interface that is going to be easy for us to understand and easy for us to view. I'm just going to pop back to my live stream and see if we've got any comments there. Hacho, what are your thoughts about this new feature? Please feel free. Let me know what you think. Okay, so changes both to the target picker as well as to a way of adding triggers and conditions in your home automations. Okay, next we've got naming entities on the dashboard. So basically a few weeks ago, we gave you the entity picker, a big upgrade by adding more context so you could easily see where each entity belongs. You can now choose names to appear on your cards, showing the entity, device, area, floor, or even combine them all. Gives you full control over how your dashboards look and feel. So once again, improving the look and feel of our dashboards and making it more user-friendly. Next up, we've got the Energy Pie. Devices Energy Graph got a new layout pie. You can toggle between regular bar chart and the new pie chart by clicking the icon in the top right corner. Okay, so let's just have a look here. I'm not quite sure where to find this, but if we go here to our energy, let's go along there. Let's just get out of this automation first. If we go to our energy usage over here, is this what they're talking? So I've got these bar graphs. Can we select a pie chart somewhere here? Compare data, configuration. I'm not quite sure where they are showing this pie graph. I don't seem to see anything in the way of a pie. If we perhaps select compare data, comparing with a period. Okay, so we compare with a recent period. Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly where they're getting this pie graph. If any of you know how we can access that pie graph, please let me know, because I'm not quite sure. It looks really cool. Let me know how we get access to this if any of you guys have got any sort of an idea. Okay, so that's the Energy Pie. Next up, we've got progress for Home Assistant core and add-on updates. I think this is pretty cool. At least you can now see how far you are with your upgrade. It's always good to see, sometimes you're worried that it's got stuck or something. At least if you can see the number of the percentage going up there, it gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going on. Okay, integrations. Let's see what the new integrations we've got over here. Firefly 3. I haven't heard about this. Integration uses an interface to the Firefly API. This is an open source personal finance manager and contains full transaction management, budgets, categories, and reports. Easily import transactions via the diverse options of Firefly. Okay, so some sort of a financial system as far as I can see. Okay, let's see what the next one is that we've got after Firefly. Okay, Meteo IT is integration uses meteorological data from the Lithuanian hydrometeorological, I can't say that word. Okay, that's a big word, but meteo seems to be something to do with Okay, so it's weather data. Yep. Okay, so that's a weather integration. Then we've got the Lunaton Gateway, enable monitoring of DALI lighting systems. Lunatone integration used to integrate it with devices that of the Lunatone that offer a REST API. Okay, so I haven't tried any of these sort of high-end lighting systems. I'm mainly using WLED for my lighting at the moment, but great to see that we've got some of these higher end systems starting to be integrated into Home Assistant. Next up, we've got one for all you parents out there, Nintendo Switch parental controls. Obviously really important when you've got younger children to be able to control this, and this now gives you obviously control from within Home Assistant, allowing you to measure screen time and I'm assuming set some sort of a maximum screen time for the day. Okay, limitations. All right, so that's pretty cool. Some more of that. Action Actron Air. Let's have a look at this. Integration allows you to... Oh, it's an air conditioning system. Okay, so this is a... I love the integration with my air conditioning system. I've got a Panasonic... I've got two Panasonic split-level air cons in my house, and they both use the Home Assistant integration, and it works extremely well. So I'm sure anyone who's got Actron Air will be really glad to see that. Next, we've got the Open RGB. I'm assuming this must be some sort of lighting again. Used to integrate RGB lighting devices from computers running Open RGB. Provides a unified interface for controlling various RGB lighting hardware from different manufacturers. All right. Let's see what our next one is. Over here, we've got in iNels. What's iNels? Integration allows you to control and monitor devices connected to your control units. Okay, so this is obviously another type of bus-based, so some other sort of control system. I can't say I've heard of that one before. Then we've got Fing. Fing integration allows Home Assistant to retrieve detailed information about the devices on your network. Helps home users and IT professionals to monitor, protect, and understand their networks. Okay, so that is Fing. Finally, we've got the DALI Center. Integration allows you to control and monitor DALI lighting connected to Sunrich gateways. Okay, so quite a number of new Home Assistant-based integrations. Okay, not just looking at new integrations, but also adding to existing ones. So I see they've added the garage door opener for SwitchBot. I just tested the new SwitchBot doorbell, so I'm really hoping this doorbell camera from SwitchBot will soon be integrated into Home Assistant. At the moment, I can only access it via an OnViv feed, so that'll be really good. Snoo, adding a button entity for calling the Snoo. Added Notify platform for Habitica. We're adding a switch domain to the Vega integration. Then we've got Portainer adding switch platforms. Added time platform to the Nintendo. Add a device tracker platform to the Volvo integration. Now, very interesting. I've drive a Ford, and apparently there's a new integration for Fords. So I will be going after this and going and have a look at that. Then we've got adding of speech to text to 11 Labs. Adding of the Switch platform to Nintendo parental control. We've got an added Switch platform and grid charge enable for the GrowWatt server integration, adding an LED control for support to Unify networks, adding Valve support, adding a number platform. We've got the Yardian, adding binary centers to that, temporary number entity to set tool and bed temperatures for Octoprint. Octoprint's really cool. I've played around with that for a little bit. Great way of bringing your older 3D printers online. Okay, then we've got scene support for the Nico home control system, added climate device support for Control 4 components, added support to controlling the GrowWatt inverters, entity for Telegram, and an image platform for the Xbox integration. All right. Hutch, I'm not sure. Have you upgraded to the latest beta version yet? Let us know what you think of these upgrades. What else have we got here? Now available to set from the UE, London Underground, and the Satel Integra. All right. Other to do, there are many more improvements in this release. Here are some other noteworthy changes to do. The new home dashboard keeps getting smarter. Following the improvement in the latest release, this release makes the experience even more intuitive. We've simplified and reorganized things. Okay, let us go and have a look and create a new dashboard, because I'm really excited about these new dashboards. So if we go along to dashboard and we add a new dashboard, right. So what I'm going to add is this home experimental dashboard. We'll give this a test 2025.11. Let's have a look, see. Okay, we'll create that one and let's go and see what it looks like now. Okay, so what these new dashboards are showing, you can see here we've got the latest devices that I've been using. So you can see I've been using my kitchen LED controller. We've then got the summaries. As you can see, unfortunately, I have a lot of unused or dead entities in my system. Media players, all right, so that's still splitting those. We've got the areas, so we've got the bathroom, for example. We've got our forecast down the bottom here, and then we've got our energy distribution. So they look very similar to what they were before. Not quite sure what has actually changed. I can't see much. We've simplified. Suggested entities and favorites are now combined into a single smart section. Areas are now grouped by floor. Oh, yes. Okay, so you can group by floor as well. Lights, climate, and safety views have been moved to their own panels. Okay. All right. So backward incompatibility changes. All right. I'm not going to go through all of these. We've got a whole lot there. Wow. A lot of those in this one. Okay. So anyway, that's what we've got in the latest Home Assistant update. All right. So not sure if there's anyone else there, any other things that you'd like to chat about, guys. It's been really good having a catch up this morning, just running through that briefly with you all. And yeah, look forward to catching up again soon. Thank you, Hutcho, for popping on board and having a bit of a chat. It's been really cool, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great time. Bye for now.